Hi guys, it's Jonathan, the Disney and Halloween fan here again, and welcome to part 6 of my favorite shows. And now we're gonna start off with dinosaurs. What could I say? This show is absolutely hilarious. I mean, the characters, they're all great. And the baby, he is the funniest character ever. He says one of the funniest lines ever, like, not the mama! Or something like this. Gotta love me. Oh my goodness. And I have some VHS tapes of dinosaurs as well. That's how that's how much of a classic it is. I mean, wow. It's absolutely the jokes in it are just hilarious. Like when the baby hits the dad. There was this one episode where the baby hits the dad, and then they be they had to switch babies, and they were very shocked about this. I thought that was a good episode. Yeah, and eventually they get their babies back, their original babies. Yeah, even the music is just good. It has some good music in it. So yeah, dinosaurs is such a hilarious TV show that I just want to watch again and again until the day after the end of time. Any day I'll watch this show along with the other shows. I mean, it has very funny jokes and very funny characters. I mean, everybody are dinosaurs in this, and they're just fantastic and hilarious characters. So yeah, Dinosaurs is a great show from the 90s. And it's really a funny show. So yeah, Dinosaurs, yes, definitely a great show to go see if you haven't seen it. I truly recommend it if you haven't seen it. It's such an amazing and funny show. Okay, moving on with Dinosaurs. I got another one that's I don't think I talked about this, but now's my chance. I'm talking about Everybody Hates Chris. Yeah, another one of those comedy gold shows. Yeah, I really like this show. Everybody Hates Chris. Chris Rock as the narrator. That's really cool. You get to hear Chris Rock as the narrator, and honestly, I think Chris Rock does a great job as a narrator. Like he narrates about his life in each and every one of his the episodes. He talks about life and about his childhood and when he became a teenager and all that stuff. And the acting's really funny. Like when Chris's mom gets infuriated and yells, it's funny. Oh my god. Terry Crews is really funny too. Like he also does a good job in this one. Everybody and everyone else did such a good job with this show. Even the theme song is so good. Like it has one of the best theme songs ever I had to listen to. Like wow, this theme song that is a type for me, and it's really fun to listen to. Like really, every time you hear it, you just want to dance to it. That's how awesome this show is. So yeah, Everybody Hates Chris is a great show filled with hilarious characters, good episodes, funny jokes. I mean, this is such a true classic to me. I highly recommend this show if you haven't seen it. Such a hilarious show. Okay, moving on with Everybody Hates Chris. There we go. The Fairly Odd Parents. Back in the old days. There we go. Wow. This is such a fantastic show. Yeah, The Fairly Odd Parents, it's a fantastic show. Timmy Turner, he's a great character. And Cosmo and Wanda, they're Timmy's godparents, obviously. And Vicky's the evil babysitter that tortures Timmy a lot and makes his life miserable. And ever since Vicky had continued to torture him, Timmy got Cosmo and Wanda as fairy godparents. There was a scene in Apple Catastrophe how Timmy got godparents and how his life was ruined by Vicky after when he called for a babysitter. There was a scene from that film. And ever since then, Timmy had fairy godparents to help him. And eventually, like most of the episodes, Timmy has like a bad day, and then he wishes for something to make it better for him. Everything goes well, but then things gets a little bit chaotic, and then Timmy undoes the wish, and then everything goes back to normal. Yep, that's the plot. And the old episodes were just hilarious and great. The Proof one was good too, but the old ones was just fantastic. The old days of the Fairly Odd Parents, like before Proof, back when the Fairly Odd Parents was fantastic. Even Cosmo's voice was very smooth and very nice. He sounded like a nice person as well. And he wasn't that stupid as well. So yeah, the older Fairly Odd Parents were just fantastic. But later, when they added Sparky and Chloe, the Fairly Odd Parents went downhill. And because Sparky was such an unlikable character, and neither was Chloe, who was the worst character ever throughout the entire show. And Cosmo's voice sounded very annoying in the later episodes. But in the older ones, his voice wasn't that terrible. It was just great. He sounded like a nice person, and yeah, the older days of the Fairly Odd Parents, yes, such a fantastic show. Except when they added Sparky and Chloe, that had became terrible. So yeah, personally, I like the old days of the Fairly Odd Parents a lot better, cause they were funny, they were fun to watch, and it lives up to a great childhood. The one with Poop is good, but the older days of the Fairly Odd Parents were the best. While Chloe and the one with Chloe and Sparky were the absolute worst. So yeah, the older days of the Fairly Odd Parents, great. And Butch Hartman did a good job with this show. And yeah. What else could I think of? Oh yeah. Here's another show. Hmm. Ah. Now this is a show that I think it's a true Disney show classic. Recess. Yeah, Disney's Recess. This is a great Disney Channel cartoon show along with House of Mouse and the Proud Family. I mean, the animation in this show is just really, really, it's really wonderful. Like, it has one of the best animation ever in the cartoon show, along with the other Disney cartoons. And the characters, most of the characters are very funny, very good natured, and very likable and good people. And it even got its own movie called Recess School's Out, I believe, back in two, back then. And yeah, the movie was just as good as this show. And yeah, everybody was had very good had a good nature, and they had really good morals as well. Yeah, Disney's Recess is definitely one of those kid shows that are just great, and it really lives up to your childhood. Even the theme song is so nostalgic. Like, really. Disney's Recess, you cannot go wrong with this show. It's one of the it's also one of the best cartoons from the 90s. One of the best. The characters are very, very good natured, and they have lots of good morals, and they're such likable and good people. The animation is wonderful. The theme song is nostalgic. Just everything I could say about it just really lives up to the type. And this is also one of the greatest Disney cartoons ever. Yeah, all of the characters are so awesome. That's how great it is. So yeah, Disney's Recess, yes, definitely one of my favorites. Part 7 will be in session, so stay tuned for that.